Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the SplatCade podcast. Last week, we talked about the philosophy of camel spiders. This week, I'm not sure yet. I'm your host, David. I'm joined by
Jacob
and Joshua.
And there's a couple things I want to talk about this week that I don't think we ever really got to last time, where actually I want to talk about the betrayal that happens in the bathroom. I'm talking about toilet paper, right?
Okay, good.
This is the thing that happened to me the other week that was really bothering me, and I want to see what your opinions are, because we've talked about things like burgers and stuff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet paper. Over or under?
Over.
It has to be over, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Because I've had the situation where I've gone into my bathroom or other people's bathrooms in the past, or like even public places, and it's hung the other way. I don't know what it is. It irks me, really.
Same.
See, it's not right, though. That's why. It's just not right.
Like, the only argument I can give for that is that maybe if you have like some sort of cat, or like I do, or another pet that likes to fuck with it,
Yeah.
maybe that's the only reason you'll hang it that way. But other than that, I feel like it's not right if you leave it under, if you don't have a specific reason like that for it.
Maybe.
What?
I honestly can't think of
I'm
another
thinking
reason.
that might be an easier way to control the... Now that I'm thinking about it, it's always just been you put it over.
Right.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you could probably control better how much you're taking out by just you pull it down a certain amount and just cut it off instead of pulling it.
Is that not
But
what
do you pull it
anyways?
sideways?
Well, I grab it with my dominant hand,
Same.
so I pull it sideways.
I don't.
I grab it with whichever hand's close.
But like when I grab it, I pull it down and then like across, and that cuts it. Do you not?
I pull it across towards me and rip it at the seam close to the...
Yeah, but you don't do
Yeah.
it like across your body. It's not a toga.
Yeah, fucking pulling it down and then out and then like trying to tear it when it's like fucking further away from you is like way more annoying. For me at least. Because
See,
like that's like
pulling
fucking-
it straight down, it doesn't cut as easily for me. It feels like you have to pull it a couple times and you have to... Maybe just me?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Because I pull it from the side, then I let that drape over my lap and just rip it at the seam.
yeah, that's probably why you think that, because you do it differently. No, I just fucking,
Honestly, though, if you're going to have it so long that you're letting it,
No, it only...
if you're letting it go on so long, it's draping over your lap like an elegant piece of cloth. You're using too much anyway.
maybe.
Well, first of all, you've never seen my shits. Be
Thankfully
glad.
not.
Be
Thankfully
thankful.
not.
It depends on how much. Sometimes it depends on how much ass crack you got too. You got a lot of
I don't
ass
know
to
if
clean.
you noticed, my ass goes up to about halfway up my back. We've all noticed this.
Your asshole doesn't have to be like. It doesn't have to go through the whole thing, but if you got a lot of ass crack, you got a lot of ass crack. Shit don't come up all at once. So sometimes you gotta wipe like fucking too many times. You gotta fold that shit over like 16 times just to get fucking one thing going.
Maybe this is like another thing like the hot dogs from last time, where I was like, "What are you talking about? I've only ever had to boil them, and they're fine."
Yeah,
Maybe with like
You're
shittier,
disgusting.
toilet paper.
Thank you. Fucking
No,
I was in chat.
we had that discussion.
we
It's not-
reconciled this actually.
You weren't in when that happened, were you?
He was
I
in the chat.
I was trying to talk. You
Oh.
motherfuckers didn't have chat up like
Oh, yeah,
assholes.
we-
Sorry, yeah, anyway. But me and Jacob actually had that conversation because, believe it or not, the next day after that podcast, my mom actually made hot dogs with inferior brand hot dogs. I think they were like Bar S or one of the ones that we mentioned as
Yeah.
being shitty.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are shit.
And
They're not good.
I'm not a person to leave food. Like, if you give me food, I will do my goddamn best to eat it all if I can.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
given 2 hot dogs, a very simple task. I could only force down one, and I could barely eat the one.
Yeah, it was,
Oh yeah.
go ahead. Is that-
Boiling only works so much for certain brands.
Yeah.
Ye- hmm.
You have to do it.
And we talked about this too. Where I was like, oh yeah, because he asked me like, what brand of hot dog do you usually get? I was like, oh, I usually get like ball. I was like it's a baseball term. They're like, what's,
ballpark.
Yeah.
The best fucking possible ones you could
the
get.
Highest quality you can find. So anything you do to them, they're gonna be good.
Right.
You can eat those fuckers raw and they'd be good, honestly.
And you can, and I have, and they are.
Same.
They're fucking good. But bar S.
See, when you getting pig anus, you need to cook it good. You cannot cook it just as pig anus, because then you get to taste pig anus.
Hey, we ain't talk about chitlins. We talk about hot dogs. What soul food is gonna be on another episode? That's a different discussion.
Okay, can we talk about that though? What the fuck are chitlins? What is that?
Pig intestines.
Yeah.
Oh, so what? I mean, that's a thing for my culture too.
He said pig anus, so I don't know. I thought, pig intestines. We talk about chitlins. It's a connecting joke. Shut up.
And like we talked about too, how like there was a Facebook post we saw that when we were hanging out the other day. Like, oh yeah, one of these has to go. Italian, Mexican,
Italian, Mexican, Chinese, and soul food. That's
right. And I was like, and you were like off the bat were like, oh yeah,
Italian. I could deal without Italian food because Chinese food fills that gap enough with like all the noodles and shit.
Right.
And fucking Mexican gives me enough tomato to satisfy all the missing tomato from Italian.
It fills that void.
It fills the void. You could smash Chinese and a lot of Mexican food together and it makes Italian food. But
I'm almost positive that's a thing too.
Probably.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
American Italian food. I'm pretty sure actual Italian food is very different.
Of course.
The only thing you're missing from everything else is literally like olive oil, which is great on most shit, but like.
And then when I saw that post, almost immediately I was like, I can live without soul food. Jacob was like, what?
Excuse you? Soul food.
Offended.
But
yes.
Then he said later he never had soul food. So then I understood.
You don't understand what you giving up.
You don't understand the glory of soul food. Like
real, true soul food. There's a reason it's called soul food.
Hold on. We say
and speaking of that too, like, what makes food soul food in that regard? Like what differentiates fried chicken you get from KFC from soul food?
It's made with soul.
So like soul food fried chicken.
When you eat soul food fried chicken, you can feel it in your body, just making everything about you better. You can go into a meal thinking the worst type of shit of the person next to you. You sit down, you smell that fried chicken, and you and that man are brothers.
This man next to you is your best friend after you eat soul food. Like
it is.
Like, I didn't know eating food could be that, like, cathartic, but it is. I don't know why. But, like...
You understand this on a base level because you a fucking pig sometimes and you go to buffets and get, like, 7 plates. And you get, like, baseline.
Okay.
But if you do that with soul food, you might just die.
you might become a soul.
Because, looking at a plate of soul food is so satisfying. And I think it's because you look at it and you know it's just made, because soul food is always made really well. If it's not made well, it's not soul food. It's just food. Like a plate of mac and cheese, collard greens, what's the other shit that's fucking, it's not, there's a good ass fucking thing of mashed potatoes and gravy and a big ass piece of fried chicken and it just looks beautiful. The cheese is all nice and golden, the chicken's all nice and brown, the potatoes are like almost pure white, but the gravy is nice, thick brown, and the collard greens are they're so juicy.
And that's different from the other thing where it's like, oh yeah, you went to KFC, you got the same shit. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, KFC is like, But when it's made at home by like somebody's grandma,
because it ain't soul food unless it comes from far up your family line.
Exactly. Like,
so like your mom's soul food isn't good enough until unless you give her child.
Yeah.
And you promote her to grandma tier.
That's just it. You have to feed souls into the soul food to be good.
Soul food demands sacrifice. Oh God. It's so funny. But yeah,
and like, are there places out here that actually, like, I'm sure there's Vegas being a town of like where you can find basically whatever you want, illicit or not. I'm sure you could find like. Do you know of any like good soul food places out here we could probably try?
You will never find good, fast soul food. Never.
Never. There's never gonna be a restaurant that serves soul food as good as you're gonna find at your own home.
Like there's places that serve soul food and it's all right, but you will never find that like glorious plate of soul food from a restaurant. It's always gonna be from like a family or somebody else's family party. Like,
Oh, okay. So like, it's the restaurant soul food is close,
but it's not
the
good, no.
the full authentic one comes from home.
family.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's family.
I see.
Yeah.
So then I guess the next follow-up question then is, what family do y'all know that you're holding out on me for? Because you both have apparently had this miraculous, soulful food, and I have not. So one of you two is holding out on
I'm
me.
not connected to the family that I had soul food from anymore, so I can't help you in that regard. I don't know about
It's been
Josh.
so long.
I'm
so lonely.
You are my only hope.
Yeah.
You're my only hope, Josh. Where's the soul food?
I'm sorry, but it's gonna be Revenge of the Sith, not A New Hope.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck you. Soul food, so it's so simple, but it's so good. I don't know. Maybe something about the simplicity of it that makes it so good. Like, the grandma. Okay, the grandma that made soul food that I had literally went down to the strip and cooked food and had a line that was like fucking like almost a mile long. Like that shit was long.
Damn.
There were people who got it. The people who got shit from the cart went to the back of the line to eat it just to fucking get more.
Like, so by the time they finished their soul food from the first time, they'd be back at the front of the line.
It was barbecue, but yeah, like it was like halfway through the line they'd be finished, and they'd still be in line to get more.
Damn.
Like it was that good.
See,
So-
there was little sleeping bags set up to the side so that when you got the itis, you just sort of sat down, took a little nap. People would push you in a cart so that you kept your place in line. It was beautiful.
There was little heaters to keep your food warm while you went in the line. No, it was crazy though. Like there was a.
And this was down on the strip.
Yeah, it was down in the strip. There was like an H&A barbecue place right next to him. Got like almost no customers.
Damn.
Like I was like, y'all taking shit from other people. Like holy shit. And these are like established businesses who all like H&H and I think A&A or something. Barbecue like literally right next to them. Fucking nobody in comparison, at least.
And like the soul food barbecue was just taking everybody.
It was like I can't describe it. Like it's that food that's so good. It's like indescribable. You're just like, it's barbecue. I don't know what else to say. Like she made her own barbecue sauce. Like that's how dedicated.
So
she
like
was.
real authentic barbecue.
Yeah. So
Damn.
it wasn't like
Not that shit that I made. It turned out a bit more like what did you call it there?
remember he made some stuff. What did you put like cayenne? You put paprika
Oh,
in
are you
or
talking?
something?
Are you talking about that sauce that you brought over? That I was like, oh yeah, this would probably go
Yeah.
better with like.
It's better as like
It's a
cocktail,
cocktail
sauce.
sauce.
Better
That's
than-
what you called it.
Yeah.
Like I said that it would go better more with like fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a better like barbecue-esque cocktail sauce than it was actual barbecue sauce, which is
Yeah.
interesting because, like, if you could make a sauce that's barbecue-esque but goes on fish, you could sell the shit out of that.
Oh fuck yeah! I've
Like-
thought about it, but I ain't got that type of money to make that shit.
We got hold on, we got to test that because that might actually be a thing you could sell because that'd be good as shit. I don't think anyone's made like fish barbecue sauce.
Any one of us or like
Like anybody
or
at all.
anyone at all.
I don't think I've ever seen anything equivalent to fish barbecue sauce.
Is that not tartar sauce?
No. Tartar sauce is an abomination.
Tartar sauce is worse mayo.
As a white person, I'm offended.
And as a person with taste, I'm telling you, you don't have to be.
Excuse you.
Tartar sauce is chunky mayo.
It is.
Tartar sauce
Like, it's
is
literally-
relish and mayo. You get that shit on your hot dogs and your sandwiches. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
but you don't mix it together. No, tartar sauce has like essence of horsey sauce in it.
Horsey sauce?
The shit you the
Horseradish sauce.
horseradish sauce. That shit you
Is
get
that why
from
you call it horsey
horseradish?
sauce? Because
Yeah.
you can't pronounce it?
horseradish.
Horseradish.
Radish.
Horseradish.
Horseradish sauce.
Horse.
Horse.
Horseradish.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
You ever get that shit from Arby's? They
I
have that
honestly
shit
don't
at
even think
Arby's.
I've ever been to an Arby's.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
No, I haven't been to an Arby's.
I don't
No.
blame you either.
Don't go to Barbies.
Arby's isn't that good.
Though
They got the meats, but they don't got the quality meats.
We got the meats.
You have the meats.
We give you the shits.
No, that's Taco Bell.
Definitely. But I don't want to lose the thread on this barbecue topic we're going on, and we'll get to the tartar sauce debate in a second. But like, it just makes me think, man, I need to find now this place where I can find this ghost food.
The ghost
and eat it. Because as a foodie that needs to try every kind of food.
Yeah, how the fuck are you a foodie who never had soul food? Like,
because there's no places out here to get it, like you said.
That's right.
The only way to get good, authentic soul food is for a grandmother to make it.
Yeah.
Well, that or you can go to the southeast United States. That's where it's going to be real popular for restaurants.
It's a southern thing. Like,
Gotcha.
Like,
which, technically we southern, but we not southern.
We're not them southern. We're us southern.
I'd say Nevada is definitely more West Coast. Like it's not nearly as West Coast as Cali, but we're definitely in the west of Southwest.
Yeah,
from like Texas onward, everything is West Coast. Like,
because hell, even parts of Texas are West Coast.
Yeah, this is true. Even though they literally have a South Coast, some of them are more West Coast.
Right. But going back to the thing about tartar sauce. Yes, okay. I give you that it is mayo and relish and some other crap depending on who makes it. And I put it on hot dogs. Yes, I'll give you this. But guess what? Hot dogs are made of beef and pork and chicken, not fucking fish.
Yeah,
so
it's just
totally different flavor profile.
Yeah, which is part of the original conversation is that
I don't eat fish.
What?
I don't eat hardly any fish.
Why not?
Fish is just, for me, it's hard to come by. Beef.
There's a sushi restaurant down the fucking street.
Well, that's different.
I haven't eaten sushi in a long time.
You definitely don't put tartar sauce on fucking sushi.
God, no.
God.
Even I know that's a no-no. I haven't eaten sushi since I was like 10 years old.
Oh my God, you are missing out. Dude, you know what? This is actually a perfect opportunity. I can take you to the place.
You two went to the fucking place with the sushi burrito that you said you were going to take me to.
3.
And I'm mad.
Because Devon went with us.
See, I'm double mad.
Look,
you took an unknown.
Look, no, hold on. Wait, let me explain.
I know I was out of town, but that doesn't mean you get out of telling me. You didn't even tell me you went.
Okay.
I learned from him.
Okay.
You sound like cheated on.
Look.
I'm betrayed. You didn't even tell me. You took 2 other people. Fuck's wrong with you? Like, I couldn't. It was my chance. You fucked me up. It's fucking so betrayed.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let me explain this one. Let me explain. Yes, you were out of town. So you were out of town, first of all.
Does that
Second of all,
It's no excuse. So betrayed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord.
So yes, you were out of town. Second of all, I had just gotten. That was the day that I beat Delirium with the Keeper.
Right.
So I was on a super high. I was on a super high for that. So I was like, "Hey, Jacob, you're coming. Hey, Jacob,
what are you doing? Fuck it, doesn't matter. You're coming with me. We're getting sushi burritos." And I was like, "I'm not gonna fucking debate with that. Sure."
Because I really had no one else to go with. And then I was like, "Well, I mean, Jacob and I are gonna be on the podcast together, and Devon's gonna be on this week's podcast, and this thing's gonna end like right before the podcast starts. It'd be fucked up for us to be like, "Hey, Devon, we just got sushi burritos. What'd you have for lunch?"
Yeah, basically, that would be fucked up to do that.
So I was like, "Fuck it, Devon, do you want to come?" He's like, "Sure." So me, Jacob, and Devon went to Yogasaki, which is the place here in town that originally was a food truck in LA that we first went to when we went to AX 2015. That's the first time I ever had them.
Right.
And they're amazing, by the way. They're so fucking. Yogasaki, sponsor us, please. I will whore myself out for these sushi burritos. I really will.
Oh, completely understandable. They're fucking amazing.
But
I'm so sorry.
So we went together.
I'm honestly crying.
For my
I am physically crying. You could probably see it from here, but
I can see it from where I am. I don't think the camera can. But like, no, like, as a testament to everyone else watching, Josh is actually fucking crying. And you know what? He deserves to, because that shit is so good. Like, the fact that he hasn't had it yet is a sin. upon you. The
Wait,
fucking
how-
you
wait,
did
wait,
this.
wait, wait, how
Because
the
you
fuck
didn't
is that
take
my
him.
fault?
We all agreed. We've been talking about that shit for months, and we all agreed that we would go together, and you straight ignored it.
It's fucked. He was on a high, but you kind of fucked him up.
I blame you for it.
I'm sorry. I will take you.
Better be fucking soon. Because I don't know how much longer he can take this.
We'll go back. What was I? How did this get brought up? Oh yeah,
Tartar
because
sauce.
Tartar sauce on sushi, that's why.
I did not expect tartar sauce to bring up my betrayal.
Tartar sauce is a betrayal, and it should bring up all others.
But like tartar sauce, I think it's one of those condiments that if you got rid of it, I really don't know if anyone would care.
Nobody would know.
Truly?
Nobody would notice. No. Oh, no one goes, hey, where's the tartar sauce? And when they do, you look at them like,
See, the
get
only
the fuck out of my
time,
house.
only time anyone ever says, "Hey, where's the tartar sauce?" is because they went to McDonald's and they got the fish fillet, and they're like,
That's not tartar sauce.
That's
Whatever
also
they put
not
on-
fish.
Yeah, it's true.
"Yeah, it's true."
It's true.
But that is tartar sauce that they put on it.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I know as much. I've never
It's
actually
the
had the
worst.
fish fillet or filet-o-fish. Is that what they call
Filet-o-fish.
it?
That's what
I've never actually had the filet-o-fish because I've heard horror stories about it. But I know they put tartar sauce on it as a sauce.
I've also
See-
heard horror stories about Chipotle, and I know it's not that bad.
But I trust Chipotle more than I trust McDonald's.
This is true.
Oh yeah, I trust unknown Mexican food over McDonald's.
Right. That's saying something, because
It
that's
really
honest.
is.
I mean, but to be fair though, how often do you think I really go to Chipotle? Like I always say, if I really wanted Mexican food, I'll just stay the fuck home.
Yeah, that's true. Because,
Yeah.
damn, your food at your house is good.
I'll be sure to tell my mom that. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
God, I got half a thing of chorizo at home. I'm gonna have some good ass breakfast.
That's the other thing too.
Do we need to get off the topic of food before we leave the podcast early and just go get something to eat?
Fuck it, let's just go. Camera's still rolling. Just get up and walk away.
We come back like 3 hours later. We're like, oh shit, we left that on.
Wait, what do you mean that's the highest viewership we've ever
Our
had?
phone.
Yeah, we just Facebook Live that shit.
I could see us doing something like that if we were
probably
like
could. We
douche
would.
tubers.
Yeah. Douche tubers.
So like, hey guys, just over here in Chipotle, munching on this Chipotle number 5. So good. Pity you can't have it. Doesn't it look good though?
Chipotle number 5. They don't have number orders. Oh, you don't go enough.
That's how little I go to Chipotle.
That's right.
Never been to Chipotle either.
At all?
Nope.
I'm surrounded by heathens.
Hey, I have a reason. I have Chipotle in my house.
No, you don't. You have something similar to Chipotle.
No.
You don't have Chipotle
Don't get
in
it
your
twisted. Chipotle has something similar to what I have in my house. Don't you start with that
what?
bullshit.
I will give that to you. Absolutely.
Chipotle has food similar to mine. I don't have food similar to Chipotle's. Fuck that. Because every time you end up going to Chipotle, it's a dude named Timothy or James.
Or fucking Samantha or Horizon or whatever.
Horizon.
Whatever weird ass hippie names
Yo.
people give their kids. Not to bang on the people at Chipotle. Most of those guys are pretty cool actually, but yeah.
If you ever name your daughter Horizon, that is your own fault when she get called a whore.
Wait,
Whore.
why?
Horizon.
Oh,
That's your fault. You did this to your daughter. You did this.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't argue with that.
because there's other names too that like when you name your kids this certain name, like you're just lining them up to get shit on at school.
Yeah,
like,
Richard.
Oh, yeah.
You're guaranteed to be called a dick.
oh yeah.
Always Dick. You're forever Dick.
Oh, my name is his name's Dick.
His name is Dick.
See, he tries to go by Richie. His name is Dick.
His name's Dick. We call him Dick. Why? Because he's a dick.
Actually, that's not what I. Shut up, Dick.
Shut up, Dick.
My name's not even Richard. Shut up, Dick.
That's a conversation that happened between us. Like,
If we ever meet a new person that happens to be named Richard. Hey, Jacob, we met him.
who?
Ooh.
Dick.
Nice. My name's Anthony. No, you're Dick.
Stop
Why?
trying to change your name, Rick. You dick.
You Dick. Dick Rick.
There's like Rick. Anything that has like an A sound at the end of it, because that'll always be lined up with like gay and then whatever else.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
kids are cruel little monsters. who
Gay doesn't even
give
mean
zero shits.
homosexual, and
I
that's the
know,
part
I
that
know.
pisses me off. Like, fucking, it was funny because I was in my robotics class in high school. I was rocking back and forth from a chair, and the teacher goes, "Well, Jake was being gay for the whole class," and of course everyone fucking bursts out laughing. But the teacher was like, "No, that's not what I meant." And I was laughing too because I know exactly what he meant, but it's fucking hilarious. It's like, teacher called me gay. It's actually kind of fucking funny.
Oh wait, I can sue the school for that.
No, he was cool. He was an army dude, actually.
That's why they don't teach us law in schools. We would fuck the shit out of these systems.
Oh, we would destroy the teachers if we learned how. Oh, you mean the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
This is
Sorry,
the money.
Professor. According to Article 162 that you gave me for homework last night, you're now owing me $20,000 minimum for every sentence that you've said to me over the past 3 years.
Yeah, something fucking ridiculous.
Wait, like
that.
every sentence? Yes.
Every sentence.
I'm
another 20 grand right there.
including lectures.
It wasn't even technically. It's like, oh, and he fucking schools you again. I was like, well, actually, technically, since it's not directed directly towards you, you can't sue me for that. You read it over, fuck you, right? All right, but every other sentence.
But this conversation we have, this is like a $700,000 conversation. Just letting you know.
It's like,
I count onomatopoeia.
I count onomatopoeias are $5,000 a pop.
It's like, I'll talk to my lawyer. Says to like in a direction, like not even to you.
I'm gonna talk to my lawyer.
Yeah.
No, just calls another student. Hey, call my lawyer.
Yeah.
Hey, Dick, call my lawyer.
That's 20 grand for me too.
It's like, fuck.
You're not allowed to say that on school grounds.
15,000.
It's like, you're not allowed to say that either. That's an onomatopoeia. It's like,
Just walks out. Fuck it.
flips desk. That's probably the truck.
Walks out. Oh, look at that. You break him. They restraining order. How dare you?
Fucking
Nevada students left without teachers after mass walkout from every faculty member.
Yeah. Fucking, oh god. No, but that would require a smart student in the first place, and
No student is smart.
not here.
No, not really.
God, as
As
students
of the system.
as students of the system, none of those students are smart. Yes,
Those students aren't smart. They can be intelligent. They can have street smarts, but they don't have enough to put it all together to where they can outthink anything else.
they have the information. They don't have the wisdom to put it all together.
Wisdom comes only with time.
Yeah.
That's why they do all the schooling in the first 12 years. Like, nope. Take
Get
all
it
the
done
info
quick,
now.
Quick.
Get them out there. Get them out there. We can't have them learning shit. Fucking move them.
God, what the fuck? What do our conversations devolve to? Just,
I don't know.
it's always this.
It is always that because it's fun.
It's fun. It's upbeat. It's entertaining. Try to be entertaining, Dave.
Stop speaking to the people. Speak to us, goddammit. Which you don't do that anymore, but like
I
it's still
tried
fun.
not to. Ever since you started pointing it out, I've tried not to. I didn't realize how much I did it.
Oh yeah,
You did
no.
a lot.
I know. I
The
heard
entire Portal series was you doing the All Might voice.
because I understandably you talk to the audience, which is fine. But we're here, fucking goddammit. We're not talking to them. We're talking to you. Stop talking
cheating
to
on
them.
us.
Yeah, you're cheating on us. This is conversational cheating. We are dedicating our time to you, and you talking to somebody else. You fucked up.
Now I
into
suddenly
your
feel like I'm in-
DMs and you out here on Tinder trying to swipe right and shit.
Now I'm starting to feel like this is an intervention.
Short intervention. Small. It's a small one.
David, we want to be your friend. Talk to us.
Talk to us,
asshole.
Looks at the imaginary camera. If only I could talk to my friends. Just, God damn it, David.
Yes,
You're still doing it.
The imaginary camera, just like The Office. Hint, hint, David. That thing you can do now.
Wow, hey, signal. Yeah. Signal, blink, Morse code, motherfucker. Thing you should be doing. That's hilarious.
I want to talk about something too. Like, since
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
On a podcast. How interesting.
Well, it will be interesting to you.
Original.
It will be interesting to you, Jacob, if you let me fucking finish my thought.
No.
Because it involves your aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
You want to talk about that? You want to talk about the kick-ass 2077 coming out?
Yeah, that looks fucking awesome.
So you watched the thing like what?
I've
4
watched
times
it 3
now?
times at least till in its fullest at this point because it's fucking I can't.
And that's an hour each. Like each
48-minute gameplay session. Yeah,
The fuck is wrong with you?
a lot.
and he's
because
watched it 3 times now.
It's good.
I mean, I've listened to We All Fall, the hour-long editions, just on repeat for days.
We all fall.
The new Warframe expansion. That's
Oh
coming
yeah,
out.
we all lift together.
We all lift.
There you go. Yeah, it's the new Fortuna update. When they announced it, they had like this Chain Gang song. It's like really really good. So like
so good.
it's so good.
Wait. Warframe had a Chain Gang song for the reveal?
Yeah,
Not for the
but
reveal,
not-
for this next update.
for the next update. Like
Uh-huh.
it's a bunch of people in debt and they're always working, so they have like Chain Gang songs that like shanties that they.
Oh, not like one that exists in our world already.
No,
like there was one.
no, it's one they
for
made.
Okay. I was thinking like they got like an existing. I was like, really? They incorporated a
it's
Chain Gang
fucking-
song?
They're Canadian, so like, what the fuck?
That
are they-
would make it even weirder.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know they had a.
Like, can you imagine the developers behind Warframe doing like because you said they're Canadian. Can you imagine them incorporating like a Deep South Chain Gang song?
Yeah,
into their,
it's
into their
like, we're
game.
so confused. Well, I mean, they do have a lot of like Asian-inspired like shit in their game as far as their art style because it's a ninja game. It's a space ninja game.
Right.
But
Well, I
it's
mean, one
like-
of the first weapons you get is like, hey, you can either choose between a gun or a laser katana. And of course, you're gonna
That's
go with
not
the
a
fucking
laser-
laser
It's
katana.
not a laser katana.
Is it not? Is it
no,
just a
it's
regular
a piece
katana?
of metal.
It's
sword,
a bow
but-
staff.
Yeah, well, it's a bow staff or a sword. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but like one of the things you can choose is hey, machine gun or bow and arrow, and then the secondary is hey, pistol or throwing knives or specifically kunai.
Right.
So it's a lot
It's
of
very Asian inspired.
yeah, it's a lot of old style shit inspired. So, but it's a lot of it's their art styles have been a little mix of Chinese, old Japanese art styles, which at most people can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
I've seen some influence of that too. But going back to 2077, what are you expecting out of this one when it comes out? Like, 'cause
Everything I saw
you've
and
seen
more.
3 hours. You've seen 3 hours of content of a 1 hour stream. So, like, is there anything in detail you want to talk about that maybe like you didn't show me or that I may have missed just in that? Like
I mean-
anything that catches your eye about it? Because let's be honest. You're the ones who's watched the most of it because it is your aesthetic. So
Yeah,
you've watched it 300%
yeah,
of the content.
of the
like,
content in this.
so what's in there? Like what catches your eye about it? Like what are you most excited for?
in the first like 3 minutes, they show you that for one, you can do slow mo, which is awesome. That's
Wait, what? And like when aiming?
Yeah,
What?
there's a slow mo power you can get.
Oh, it's a power. Okay.
Or not a power, but like an upgrader. It's like I think it's like a drug or something. I don't know. There's a lot of different things in this, and like the world building alone is like amazing. And I love like cyberpunk worlds that are done kind of in like a Judge Dredd-esque kind of way where it's like hard streets and shit. I don't know which movie would be the best reference because no people don't really go that hardcore into like that part of.
So would
cyberpunk.
you say it's more like a mix between 2077? It'd be more like a mix between Judge Dredd and what
Blade
is
Runner?
Yeah, Blade
Yeah,
Runner.
That would be it's the best in like that's the best in between. I would put those are two things I would put in between. Yeah, about you were gonna say something.
As someone who has no idea about anything about this, could you give a baseline of what this game is like? Is it a single player story based? Is it?
It's actually based off apparently I think it's like a tabletop game or something because I remember them mentioning like pen and paper because apparently Cyberpunk 2020 is a thing. Never heard of that, but I was again.
Oh, really? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
It's believe it's a tabletop game because they mentioned like pen and paper. So they're moving all the RPG elements of that over to an actual like video game in 2077.
It's a 2020, yeah?
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2020 and
I'm going to
2077.
try to look it up. It's going to give me just fucking
2077 shit,
plot.
probably.
2020.
The release date for 2077. And I thought that was going to be hilarious. Like this comes
That
out
would be funny as fuck,
that would
actually.
be funny as fuck. The next Cyberpunk game comes out in the year set by the last one.
Cyberpunk. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Cyberpunk, mainly known by its second edition title, Cyberpunk 2020, is a cyberpunk role-playing game written by Mike Pondsmith and published by R. Talsorian Games in '88. Because of the release in 1990 of the second edition, set in a fictional 2020, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
We're coming up on in the far off future. Oh my god, it's like this fucking space ghost thing where it's like who are you? I come from the far off year of 2004. Looks on the calendar 2005 or 2008 or whatever the fucking calendar year was.
Shit.
Or fucking going back a couple years now. 2016, fucking Marty McFly.
Oh yeah,
was that 20? Fuck, you're right. That was 2016 that he traveled far into the future too.
That was 30 years in the future from when it was set.
Jesus Christ.
I think 2077 might actually look like it does in the game though at this point, because prosthetics and shit are already being worked on like at insane amounts at this point in like 2018. So they might look like they do in 2077 by that year.
Which would be crazy.
It would be fucking insane, because in like 20...
Especially since we could be alive for that.
Yeah, we'd be like 80.
For 2077, if we're 20, let's round up. Let's say we're about 22 in 2020. Right? So that's 55 more years. So yeah, funnily enough, we'd be about 77 years old when that comes around.
Yeah, because I'd be like 3 years off. So I'd be like, what, 7? I'd be about 80, in 77. Same.
Yeah, I guess it is like an RPG thing, because it says here, Cyberpunk 2020 second edition of the game, released as a boxed set in '88. So it doesn't say.
Damn, like 88. Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Called the interlock system, skill base, awarded points. Yeah, so I guess it's probably just like really hardcore D&D as far as I can see. It doesn't mention specifically it's like a tabletop game, but it also doesn't mention a, like a game system that it's on. Like it doesn't say PlayStation or Xbox or anything. It just mentions the interlock system.
It's a pen and paper,
which is a proprietary. Apparently, it's R. Talsorian Games' proprietary role playing system. So like they made a way to do it. Interlock was based on a simple die plus bonus system using a D10. Oh, interesting.
So yeah, it's just Cyberpunk D&D.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. That's actually pretty cool.
Actually really cool.
It's pretty cool. And that's what it is. It's an RPG, cyberpunk based, like it's an RPG based in a cyberpunk universe. So you can get instead of upgrading spells and your weapons, you get augments in like and prosthetics and shit to get new shit to like fucking do new things. Like I showed you the fucking arm.
Oh, right. So that's a cool thing they showed in the trailer, the full fucking gameplay. You can it
wasn't the original trailer, but like it didn't actually show.
You can actually scale across walls, you can bridge gaps by using arm blades that you get, and like putting them in the wall, and you can just kind of hang on the walls with the arm blades in the thing.
Kind of like Wolverine, just
very similar too. And then it incorporates some like Metal Gear Solid elements to it, because you can actually look down at they show this in the gameplay.
It's like high level stuff, but you can look down. In the gameplay, they showed you look down at a dude. This is after like hacking one of the other guys. You can hack a person for one. You don't like control them or anything, but you get into like the system that their squad is in or whatever, and you can get access to all the personnel. And in the gameplay, after you cling to the fucking wall, you look at a dude, and it has a prompt that says jam weapon. It's two guys looking at each other. You jam that one dude's weapon, jump on the other guy, kill him instantly, and the other guy's looking at you like, fuck, I can't fire him or shit. And then you just arm blade him to death. And it's fucking awesome.
So it's like what Watch Dogs could have been?
Yes, but way better. And with actual like violence.
I'd say it's more like what Watch Dogs wish it could have been.
Wish it could have been, yeah. Because I showed him, there's the smart gun that can shoot targets like around corners, as long as you're looking like at them within like a box on the screen.
RoboCop.
And then there's a fucking there was a shotgun that you could charge up shots to do more damage, or you could fire it through a wall, like, which is interesting.
Oh yeah. There was that one augment you were telling me about, like, oh yeah, you get the certain perk for it, or augment, or whatever it is.
Oh, it is an augmented weapon.
It's an augment for the shotgun, where basically if you could see your target like on the other side of the wall, you pull the trigger that other target is no longer on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, because they've been shot. And then what else did they show? Oh yeah, the ricochet eye thing where you had I showed you, but you
Did
don't
you?
remember. Yeah, where you can
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you can get an augment. I think it's for your eyes or for your sights or something, where you can look down your sights and tell where your bullets are going to ricochet, so you can hit targets from around corners.
Wow. See, this is actually sounding interesting now that I'm hearing more about it.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. Like me, like you, was kind of like, whatever. Doesn't really seem like my kind of thing. I watched just a little bit of the gameplay. I was like, this is amazing. I want this game hard. Like,
And then
so much.
And then there's like dynamic, like open world. So like the beginning part, what were you doing? You're rescuing a lady from the scavengers, people who harvest augments and not augments, but prosthetics and other shit from just people off the streets. So you rescue her and you kill like everybody in there. Oh, in that you see that there's like destructible walls and like destructible environments. You could fire through a wall with a regular gun, and the wall will start to like crumble the more you shoot it. So that's also fucking cool. I love that in like almost any game. Oh yeah, your friend, because you're like with a buddy through this whole thing. Like,
Oh, you really?
yeah. Well, through the gameplay, I don't know if he's in the whole game, but you know he's there, so I assume he
Uh-huh.
would. Yeah, I assume he'd be there. Like when you distract the other guy who's shooting through the wall, you don't see him, but you hear him bust through the wall
Damn.
to punch he literally punches the dude to death, and it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, you save them, and then later, like, when you're driving down to go do something else, like different scavengers come to like shoot at you while you're on the street, or shoot at you while you're driving in a van, and you can lean out your window to shoot back in the driver's seat. Like, this is fucking cool. Like,
You didn't actually mention that last time. I thought you meant like you're in the passenger seat and you're looking back.
no, you were in the driver's seat. You look at the other dude and you look at him. And you're like, hey, take the wheel, and then you just lean out your driver's seat window and just
Start popping people.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it's fucking awesome. And like you can get this huge arsenal of weapons because like they showed your weapons room, but there wasn't much in it except
Oh,
for your
yeah.
pistol.
It was all empty, but you
Yeah.
could see the possibilities.
Yeah, there was
That-
like 2 katana slots, and I was like, yes,
Different lengths, too.
yeah.
Oh, is one of them gonna be a I forget the
We're
Japanese
not
name.
talking the really long 7-foot one.
No, we're not
but-
talking about like odachis, but like regular katanas and what's the not fucking tanto?
Wakizashi.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
the
the-
second length one.
The it looked like the wakizashi, and then like a slightly shorter one than that, like because there's like it looked like they had the standard length one, and then just above that one there was one that was a little smaller,
A little bit
not by
shorter,
much,
not
but
by much.
just a little bit smaller.
That is the smaller one, the Wakizashi.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not the difference between the regular and the small one is not that much.
but also you got to remember one thing, Josh, is that this game is actually being made by CD Projekt Red, which are the same guys that are behind the Witcher series, at least Witcher 3.
As someone who literally just started The Witcher 3 over the weekend, meh.
Witcher 3 is no, hold on. As someone who's
Combat system is not my style. I don't like to hit one button over and over and over and just
it's for a specific audience. I'm not saying Witcher 3 is a bad game at all. It has
Same.
myriads of
You
fucking
can't.
content. No,
The
you cannot.
story- The story in it so far, amazing. The gameplay isn't my style.
And this, if the story is anywhere close to what it is in Witcher, with this gameplay, fucking this is gonna be the best
out
game
of the ballpark.
like ever.
So like the way I'm actually conceiving this game, actually, it's actually giving me a lot of like you mentioned. There's the Witcher, or not Witcher, Watch Dogs. You mentioned that earlier with the
Yeah.
hacking.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of that in the good way.
Yeah.
I'm getting and it actually reminds me a lot. I don't know if you guys remember the game from a couple years ago, Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of that going on in the game too,
Little-
which I
little
actually
bit, yeah.
like a lot, because I don't know if there's going to be too much of that, like whole parkouring across bridges and kind of like playing with your environment and verticality, which I always appreciate in games like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you can combine verticality with like if you combine verticality with the stealth elements,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
hacking and
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I always like that kind of thing in any sort of like espionage or techie type games.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to be combining Mirror's Edge, Watch Dogs, probably some of the story elements from like Witcher as far as like how good they can be. Fingers crossed. Anyway,
Yeah.
and the thing that I also like a lot, speaking as a PC player about the game, is that I saw an article a few days ago regarding 2077 that they were talking about how optimization from the very beginning was one of their goals.
Yeah.
So like you'll never like they made it their goal from the beginning to have a game that runs well on any and everything.
Oh, that's fully appreciated with how fucking good that looks. Because oh my god, that game looks beautiful as well as everything else. Like
You can only imagine what that will be on a top tier PC.
Yeah.
With like a 4K standard monitor. Oh,
fucking insane.
Oh yeah, I actually was mentioning this to you. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for both of us to get the game just so I can lord over you how much better my version is.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna get it on console because I'm a console kid. Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, because that's the thing I like about the most about PC. Oh, is the game not running well in your system? Fuck it, change the settings, make it run,
Right.
make it run as well as you need it to.
Right.
Versus on a console, if you try to play a game, because there are games that exist out there that are more optimized for like the Xbox One X.
Mhm.
yeah.
They have more shaders. There's more like intricate detailing and everything. So if you try to run that on the basic Xbox
It's not gonna
One or
run
the
as well,
Xbox One
yeah.
S, it doesn't run as well, which I think personally is kind of bullshit.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
It should be
Yeah, it's
it should be
bullshit.
that a game runs at a certain level, like it runs at a base level on Xbox One or Xbox One S or whatever, and then
you
Yeah.
can
it
amp
only
up.
it only runs better at the
Right.
higher tier consoles. It shouldn't be that it runs well at the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro, and then it runs worse on the other consoles. It doesn't make sense to me because you
That-
never get that on PC.
That might
Yeah,
also
but
be a
they're
coding
trying to
thing.
upsell you.
Well, that's
They're trying to upsell you. They're trying to make you buy their newest product. You need the biggest, baddest thing from them so that you can have their biggest, baddest prices. And
Yeah, their games and shit. It's dumb. Like,
there's no reason for consoles anymore. As a console player,
Uh,
consoles are obsolete.
consoles at this point are low end PCs.
Basically.
yeah.
And I actually want to talk about this. Have you guys seen the new thing that Microsoft is doing, which wasn't a joke? It was a leak last week, but then they confirmed it like this past Saturday. Do you know what they're doing?
No,
Nope.
So Xbox as a subscription. You know this, Xbox Live Gold,
right?
right? Fuck that. They went all in on the subscription thing. You now get like 2 years of Xbox Live Gold, a controller, and a console with streamed games for like $30 a month.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see. Because they were talking. Oh God, they were talking about this over the weekend on The Know and stuff. Because basically, what it is you pay Microsoft. I don't know if there's a contract, and I haven't looked that well into it.
So are you like renting a console from them for
Kind
$30
of.
a month?
Xbox rental. Let me see.
Well, they did also announce that they're gonna have fucking Windows as a service. You'd have to subscribe. to.
Yeah, so they're also doing
Oh.
They're also doing desktop as a service potentially. They're like considering it.
They better. I hope they stop considering it because that's fucking stupid. My computer doesn't want. Well, you didn't pay computer rent. Fuck do you mean? What's computer rent?
Bitch, I bought this.
I
I
know.
bought the software.
Why do I have to rent it out? Cause you gotta rent it out now. Fuck you. Like that's
Yar
dumb.
har fiddle-dee-dee.
So, oh God, here we go.
Pirating software. And that's a problem if you have to pirate software.
It really is.
Here we go. So, it's a bit of a strange source, but according to the Irish Examiner, Microsoft has announced a new subscription service for Xbox, which will give players a console and access to online services with no upfront cost.
Huh.
The new Xbox All Access subscription service has been unveiled in the U.S., giving users a console and access to the Xbox Live gaming service and rental service Game Pass for a single monthly fee. The new deal gives users the choice of either the Xbox One S console for $22 a month or a high-powered Xbox One X for about $35.
So, like, if you don't pay Xbox rent, does a big-ass repo man come and take your Xbox?
And that's the thing I want to talk about too, since we're talking about consoles and things as a service. If it is a rental thing,
Wait.
what happens if you don't pay it? Like, will they actually send force out there to, go back and get their Xbox back?
Does the guy
No,
bust into your room and say, it's my turn on the Xbox?
Mom says it's my turn on the
No. Microsoft says it's my turn on the Xbox.
No, what'll happen is they'll have you sign a contract that says if you don't pay us on time every month, you're gonna pay for the full price of this console as it stands.
Or they'll
Damn.
just make your
I
Xbox
guarantee
fucking
it.
worthless.
Well,
Yeah,
They already did that.
because here's the thing.
Right.
If they're going to go with this, I'd imagine they probably have a lot, and I don't mean like a lot of things. I mean like an actual lot of Xboxes that are meant to go out, that they're probably like stripped down versions, or they because they're not. I don't think they're going to give you full out Xbox One S's for $20 a month. There's way too much risk of like people just like, oh yeah, I'll definitely pay you, and then just disappear.
Oh yeah.
So they'll probably probably make Xbox One S's that perform the same, but that they can in essence shut off whenever they want.
Yeah, they're fucking.
Or they're just gonna make it to where everything is signed into your account, and if you don't pay, they're gonna shut down the account.
Like
or suspend it or something, maybe.
You know, like they already do.
They can
they
make
already
it so
do
that
that
I'd
on
imagine.
PlayStation.
I'd imagine it would work similar to because I haven't had cable in years, but I'd imagine it works similar to like when your cable subscription. If you don't pay it for the month, yeah, you have it there, and they'll let you keep the fucking thing. But if you don't pay us, you can't use it for what it's meant for.
Right.
You now have a very cheap paperweight in your house, essentially,
yeah.
if you don't pay us. Which is what I'd imagine what would happen if you sign up for the Xbox service and then just either can't or refuse to pay for a month or so.
This is another reason I hate fucking digital shit, is that they're so confident they can do that. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just give you an Xbox because you can't play digital games if we shut off your fucking Xbox. It's like, so what happened to physical copies? Like, this is why I play physical copies of games. My internet if my internet shuts off for some reason and it can't come back on for a while, like it's fucked. Like it's not like, oh, we're doing maintenance on your fucking internet or whatever. You won't have internet for another like fucking 24 hours. Like, okay, I'll just pop in one of my fucking single player. I'll pop in Doom for like 60 hours. Okay. Fucking
Wait. We said you'd only be on maintenance for 24. Yeah, I know what you said, but I'm gonna play Doom for 60.
60 hours.
You've given me the excuse. You're enabling me.
Right.
No, wait, that's not what we meant. I'm playing Doom for 60 hours now. Bye. Click.
Right, yeah.
See, and this is something I can relate to. My internet for the past week has been on and off.
It's been janky. Yeah, it's been janky. I've been in his house like all week. It's fucking. Is it really been specifically whenever I come over?
Whenever he comes over, my internet shuts down for hours at a time.
Damn,
hours
really?
After he's gone, and all of my games nowadays are digital. I don't buy physical copies anymore.
Yeah, no one buys physical copies
I can't get access
anymore.
to any of my games. None of my games with DLC that I have physical copies for, I can play. I can't play any of them.
Wait, why not?
Because that's all linked to my account.
Yeah, it's linked to your account, so PlayStation.
Oh, you mean on console?
On console.
Okay, I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I can play my games
PC.
offline at any time I want.
Not on PC.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Consoles now are just stripping you of money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to buy any other console ever.
Well, I mean, hold your horses. There's still the Switch.
I don't care about the Switch, though.
But the Switch is so good.
But I don't care.
Nintendo boy. We ain't Nintendo boys.
See, I am a Nintendo boy. I'm perfectly fine with Nintendo games, but no console is going to make me switch off of this.
I was thinking the same thing.
No console is going to make me switch because both of the consoles that I've subscribed to, I was a Microsoft boy for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Sony boy for a long time.
Sony pony.
Fuck you. I've done both. The subscription for Xbox, at least they had a
What
use
is that?
for
What does
it.
that pay for anyway? Like, what is the point of Xbox Live Gold and what, like PS4 Plus? Is that what they call it?
Well, now,
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
yes.
because they didn't have it before. I
Yeah, they
believe.
didn't have that on PlayStation 3, and their shit worked fine. They added it for the PlayStation 4, and they said, oh yeah, this is for server maintenance.
Fuck your servers.
That's bullshit. First of all, you've
Wait,
never had problems
what's
with
for
your
server maintenance?
The
PlayStation
paid
Plus.
subscription to play,
the paid
PlayStation
subscription to play internet, to play online.
Oh, like they're saying they're using that fee that they get from the PlayStation Plus to keep the servers up.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That's probably
No,
what
it's bullshit.
It makes
because
sense.
most of the game
but
you're playing on have their own fucking servers. Halo has its own servers.
The games
Bloodborne has its own servers.
have their own servers or they're peer-to-peer.
Okay,
Microsoft
peer-to-peer I get, but
Peer-to-peer shit.
servers like Halo and all the other ones you mentioned that have their own dedicated servers. Those cost money to keep up. They
Yeah,
don't
for
just
them,
Yeah,
not fucking
it's
PlayStation.
for the developers. It's not for the...
developers could easily be offsetting that cost and be like, hey, you take it.
That's a bad idea though for any company. Like
That's a terrible idea because then whatever that company does with your product reflects on you.
yeah.
So
if you
even
have,
if those companies are giving it to Sony, then they're taking the risk that Sony will let their servers die and their game dies, and no one buys their
And then
game
no
and
one
their
buys the next
DLC,
game, blah, blah,
and
blah.
it's gone.
So unless Sony already, or whatever company already owns whatever fucking game franchise that is, it's a bad idea.
Like
to
if
hand
it's
your
not a first party thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea to hand over your servers because if you can't manage your shit, it's gonna get fucked by especially by a big fucking company like Sony.
Yeah,
Like if
they
you're,
don't give a fuck about
they're not
your
gonna give a
servers.
fuck.
So anyway, so you're saying they did the PlayStation Plus, and that's supposedly for their servers. And it gives you like other perks too, right? Like it gives you like a free
get
game every
free-
so often,
You get
whatever.
free games every month, all that. You can only access those while you're a PlayStation Plus member, first of all.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can only access those if you're still paying us.
But they gave it to you for free for being the subscriber. So I can't get PlayStation Plus, get the free game, 3 months down the road, and then cancel, 4 more months after that. And when I cancel, I can no longer access that game I got.
I think it depends on the game because I do have a game, Fury, that I can't access without PlayStation Plus.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I got Dead by Daylight, and when my internet went down, the regular games that I could not access that I had bought, I had a simple lock that says you can't access. But if you scroll to one of the games that says that you bought from the that you got for free, it'll have a little lock and it'll have the PlayStation Plus logo on it.
Oh.
I believe that might be specifically for like online games because Fury is single player downloaded, so it's possible you could just.
I'd imagine it's probably what it
Fury
is.
Probably a first party game.
Oh, maybe. I got it on the PlayStation Plus free thing.
It's so weird to see like how much. I mean, really, how much worse console game? Because if I want to play a game online right now, I literally can. All I got to do is start the fucking game and it's over. I got it.
Log in, yeah.
Yeah, consoles are only existing right now entirely to show you. There's no reason to buy a console. It's all about exclusives. That's the only reason to buy a console now.
Because you can't get Spider-Man on PC.
Yeah, you can't get the new Kingdom Hearts on PC. You can't get the new Last of Us on PC.
Oh, is that one going to be PS4 exclusive too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a Sony exclusive, yeah.
All right.
I don't even play any of the fucking PS4 exclusives. Like I can't think of any at the moment.
Well, there was God of War that everyone wanted, but was that PC too?
He got
that was exclusive.
That was
and
exclusive.
I got that.
He got that. I didn't get that.
It was good though.
No, it's good. It's not
That's just it. It's not that they make bad content. It's that as a service they provide terrible quality.
Yeah, if they just cut that shit out, we wouldn't be complaining. But
If
they
they had-
have it, so
Then that brings up this going back to the Xbox thing. Because all the breakdowns that I've seen for the cost analysis of it, you end up paying a lot less both for the console and the gold, the Xbox Live Gold, whatever you want to call it.
right.
You end up paying less for that every month, and you ultimately end up paying less total at the end of it than you would for getting both the console and the thing month to month to month.
100%.
So like if the quality is bad, if the quality of the service is bad, would it justify having a lower cost like this? Because the Xbox you pay $500 up front plus however many games you get, and then on top of that there's also the 20 or 30. I don't even know how much Xbox Live is, to be honest.
They're like 50
It depends on
bucks
what
a
you
month.
get. Yeah.
So like that's a lot of upfront and repeating costs. Does this justify it in your minds? You think to pay $22 a month for the Xbox One S? Like, okay, yeah, I'm paying less a month for a shit version of or for what is it? I'm now able to pay them less money for what I consider to be a bad service anyway. Like I'm paying them less money than I would have if I bought into their thing full out. Does that make it any better, you think?
Well, I'm gonna try to give like an example that can relate to everything. As a general statement, like this is gonna sound retarded, but that's kind of the point of it. Imagine you got a skin from Overwatch, not from a loot box. You just outright bought it.
Yeah, which I've done. I've bought the Pink Mercy skin and some other ones.
Right. But imagine you had to pay to use that skin.
Is that what it feels like to be a console player?
Yes.
A little bit.
Damn.
Yeah. like
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would gladly pay like $1 every time I use the Pink Mercy skin, just if that would go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. But I recognize that's a very niche fucking example in my case.
That's very
case,
specific, yes, and that's going
I'd be
to a
more
good
than happy
cause.
to pay, every time I use the Pink Mercy skin.
Especially that's
But
going
like,
to a good cause,
if I had like, like the Lucio bit rate skin, and they were like, oh yeah, you gotta pay 50 cents every time you play Lucio. I'd be like, then I guess I'm not fucking paying Lucio then
anymore. Yeah, fucking no. Like, yeah, and it's like, oh, I only want to play for like a week because I'm only gonna be here for like a week, but you got to pay for the whole fucking month because that's the lowest thing we got. Like, bro, fucking, I'm gonna be gone for like 6 months. What I gotta pay for the whole I gotta pay for one of those months and be gone like fucking tomorrow.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the fuck. It's like, oh, I guess you're not playing PlayStation today.
And does that also work for like first person game or not first person, like one player games that you get like through the digital store on console?
I do believe it depends.
Okay. So you're telling me if I buy a single player game to play the single player mode of that single player game on a console and I download it digitally on my PS4 and I take it somewhere where there's no internet, say like a resort or a hotel or something, I can't play my single player experience of my single player game?
Yes.
Yep.
What the fuck?
You want to know how I know?
He literally just did that.
I just botched The Witcher, and I couldn't play it for a week straight because I didn't have internet.
That's fucking stupid.
It's bullshit.
My thing is that The Witcher's actually fucking huge, so it's possible that he's still getting content as he's playing it, but that's still bullshit.
I mean, like surely not. Surely, like once you do your one download, that's the download. That's the game. So
Well,
if it's taking up, the 80 gigs in your hard drive, what the fuck else is there?
Right.
Like,
well, then there's
you should be able to download the game, and you have the fucking game. It's not that hard of a concept.
You
See,
think
and
that
it used to be that way. On the PlayStation 3, that's exactly how it is. But for some reason, on the PlayStation 4, now you have to be connected to the internet. You have to be connected to the internet.
I mean,
Is that like the anti-cheat thing?
That's got to be DRM.
No.
But that's exactly what they're quoting it as. Though.
That's usually what it is, right? Like they usually say like, oh yeah, we want to ping you so we can make sure that if that you're doing it right, so that if you ever cheat, that'll go back to our systems and we can stop you right in that moment. Supposedly,
it's not cheating. It's DRM. It's so that if you're pirating this game and we find out, we can just stop your service
from that moment. Done.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but that kind of sounds like
that's a bit aggressive.
That's
I think
Orwellian.
Really.
This is Orwellian. The way that this fucking
way that consoles are working now.
I'm done. I'm not putting any more money into it. I'm not even gonna buy the new Kingdom Hearts. I'm glad that I spent the money to buy Fallout 76 on PC because I'm not dealing with consoles anymore.
Oh yeah, because I was about to say too, especially after I built you your own fucking PC.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I have freed you from your prisons.
No, but fucking
Master has given Dobby a PC. Dobby is free.
Dobby is free. No, but that sounds like if I can think about that like for as a PC reference, imagine if Steam asked you like fucking for like a subscription to play Half-Life and you can't play it like I don't know. Fucking, I had this example better when I first thought of it. But.
Think about Steam, but every time you logged on and you weren't online, you could only play games that you had in your fucking CD disk drive. Because that's exactly what it is.
Actually, fucking not even that. Because a lot of physical copy games you still need to download.
What are these
shit
CDs
for.
You speak of?
Shut the fuck up, David.
Feels bad because I still have CD-based games on PC.
What do you, oh yeah, because you have like
Fallout 3 and Oblivion.
Right.
But those are old fucking games, so
which is why they're on. I actually have back there. If you look behind you, I actually have Halo 2. I have Halo 2 for games for Windows Live.
Oh, I'm glad
in a box.
Dead. I am so glad Games for Windows Live is dead.
Woo! Like you want to talk about travesties for online games? Games for Windows Live was a fucking nightmare.
See, you don't understand
like
that.
That's probably the closest I've ever gotten to what you guys go through on console.
See, because even what you're saying, you never did Dark Souls PvP on Games for Windows Live.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That was a
Dark
thing.
Souls was still... Games for Windows Live was around for the Dark Souls release, so they used that through the entire lifetime of Dark
For the original one?
of the original Dark Souls.
Games for Windows
For
Live.
PC?
For PC.
Yeah, because Games for
Jesus.
Windows Live was...
It went to like 2013.
oh, fuck. Did it really?
Jesus.
That didn't die to maybe 2014.
No. Okay. Wait. Launch date, games on demand, current version, platform status. Yeah, but when did it end?
Look up the death of Games for Windows Live. 'Cause I'm curious now.
2010, 2012, 2013. On August 16, 2013, Microsoft announced the Xbox.com PC marketplace was going to be closed. On August 22nd, live service would discontinue July 4th, 2014. Microsoft issued a statement denying that they were closing it, saying we remain committed. Microsoft points to yeah, so they closed it like around 2013, 2014. That's fucking nuts. That wasn't even that long ago.
No.
It really wasn't.
It says here too, Games for Windows Live has since been spiritually replaced with Xbox Live games, which is like their like shitty marketplace kind of store that
It's the
no
same
one
thing.
uses.
It's not as good.
It's the
yeah.
same thing.
It's not.
Have you tried using it before?
They put the same thing for Dark Souls. PC Dark Souls. It's got games for or Xbox Live Marketplace, whatever it is now.
Ah, God.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fucking. I'm so mad at the games industry because it's so like, I can't. The games industry is not about games anymore, and that's the thing
It's
that
not.
fucking pisses me off. Like,
Well, the developers are so
developers
pure.
developers are absolutely fucking trying to hold their shit together and make games.
It's usually the publishers
publishers-
or the big game company, like Microsoft
The
Xbox
Sony,
branch, Sony's part that's
PlayStation
over
brands.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Nintendo doing okay. Nintendo's like, nah, fuck it. We just want to make cool games that are fun for people.
No,
hey,
no.
guess what? Guess what, assholes? Captain Toad.
They want to make the same 4 games over and over again. Fucking,
Man's got a point. Like how many Pokemon games did we really need?
How many Mario games did we need? How many Zeldas did we need?
How many
Not
Mario
the good
parties?
ones, the bad ones.
What do you?
How many Skyward
Twilight
Swords?
Princess,
Twilight Princess is not that bad.
Twilight Princess is horrible.
How dare you?
You know it,
Yeah.
and you know
No,
it.
I will not bury.
No.
I will not bury Midna on the same fucking pile as Skyward
Midna is
Sword.
fantastic.
No,
The game
hang
is
on.
horrible.
Hold on. Twilight Sword,
Twilight
Sword. Princess and
Twilight
Skyward
Princess,
Sword.
they're both bad.
They're both horrible.
Now, they're not horrible. Twilight Princess, that isn't on Ocarina of Time,
No,
but that's not the Zelda for the fucking DVD version. That's what I call it.
Woo!
That one that we
I
don't
know
really
what you're
talk
talking
about.
about. The one that no one
you're
talks
talking
about.
about You Must Die.
Yeah, you
Yes.
must die.
You're talking
See?
about Philips CDI.
Philips
What is it?
CDI. Yeah.
No, not even
See?
Skyward Sword is that fucking bad.
No.
that's what I'm saying.
It's not.
Twilight Princess, it's not great.
It's not. So you're saying
Ocarina of
it's not
Time.
Ocarina of Time, but it's neither CDI either.
But it ain't CDI.
I honestly didn't think that are those guys actually involved with Nintendo? I thought that was
So
like just a horrible homage.
No.
No,
So
that was a
the
real-
funny thing about that, the reason the CDI versions exist is because Sony came to Nintendo for a disc-based console system, but Philips undercut them and promised a similar thing for less money. So Nintendo ended up going with the Philips company and left Sony out in the cold. Sony said, "Fuck you, we're doing it anyway,"
And
and
made
that
the
became the PlayStation. And you fucking know the Nintendo execs were kicking the crap, like we're kicking
the crap
themselves
out
for
of
that.
themselves. Oh,
Because they would be like, "Fuck, we could have been Nintendo. We could have been the Nintendo PlayStation."
Sony, yeah.
we could
We
have
could've
been the
made-
Nintendo PlayStation 2. Think about that. Think about how enormous that would have
Oh,
been.
yeah, fucking
Microsoft would
PlayStation
have just
2.
died. There would have been no Xbox, and that would have been terrible. Because guess what? There would be no competition for gaming now.
Oh yeah. and that
Nintendo would dominate everything.
we would be where we were at way faster, like way back then.
No, we would. There would be
I mean-
absolutely no competition. At least now, Sony and Microsoft have to fight for who they're shilling.
Nice, it's
Nintendo-
Meanwhile, Nintendo's just kind of in the corner, like, "Hey,
Everybody
Smash?"
enjoys us.
true. Right. Fucking
No, but really, Nintendo makes the same fucking like 7 games. They make Smash, Mario Party, Mario Racing, whatever that one is. I don't know.
Mario Kart. How
Mario
dare you?
Kart. Again, I never played Mario Kart or Mario Party or Smash unless I was with you.
And that fact alone makes me so sad.
Fucking however many fucking Zelda games there are, however fucking regular Mario games there are now. They haven't made a lot of Metroid, so I can't fucking.
There's one coming.
There's one coming, so I get another excuse soon.
But at least they changed up. Something we could say about the Mario series, they changed that shit a lot over the years.
They did. They
added a lot of mechanics to it.
Especially with Odyssey, with the hat thing, they did add a lot.
Yeah, Odyssey really changed it. Super Mario Sunshine changed that. A lot of it changed.
They're
the thing about those games, too...
They just don't make a fucking different game out of it.
But the thing is, if you already have a stellar, kick-ass fucking, like, will guaranteed sell assloads of copies IP, like, you've got Pokemon, you've got the Mario family, like, you know, if you get a game with Mario, you put fucking Wario World sold, like, ridiculously well. And they had fucking Wario on it. Like, you could throw any Nintendo character on a property and it will sell more. Do you think fucking Raving Rabbids with like that game that's on the Switch, that's like a shoot 'em up, would sell nearly as well if it didn't have fucking Peach, Luigi, and Mario in it? No.
Probably not. Also,
if you've got this kick-ass IP characters, why not use them? Why try to make a whole other franchise when you can easily sell assloads of copies with your existing characters?
One thing I do want to say, why the fuck did Raving Rabbids overtake Rayman? That was fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, how like no one even remembers that they come from Rayman.
I am so mad.
I am beyond mad.
Like I played the shit out of the original 3 Rayman. It's gone.
I played the shit out of one of them.
We got Rabbids out of Rayman.
We didn't, and we got Rayman back, like Rayman Returns, which I'm pretty
it
sure
sold decently well.
It sold decently well.
That's
but
it.
Damn,
it sold decently well.
Yeah, like fuck. Like, can we get an actual Rayman game again?
Meanwhile, the fucking Rabbids games are like the Rabbids game that came out for the Switch, the one I mentioned earlier.
The tactical XCOM Mario one, yeah.
That one is selling like ass loads of copies.
So weird.
But it's selling. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and the thing is, the only thing that limits, and they've talked about this in different like interviews and stuff. The only thing that limits a Mario game is the existing technology, because they push the technology that we have as far as Nintendo products go as far as they can push it and then release a game.
Right.
But talking about IPs for Nintendo, do you remember when Bayonetta came out? Because that was a brand new IP and it sold like fucking fire. They made a second one, sold.
Bayonetta 2 was the only one actually on a Nintendo console.
Bayonetta was originally...
1 was, I believe, Xbox, PlayStation. Actually, I believe it was only Xbox.
Might have been only PlayStation.
No, it was only Xbox. It was Xbox.
Yeah, but Bayonetta...
It was originally on the competing consoles, and then it went
so big on Nintendo that they felt like they had to throw her into Smash.
Yeah. That did happen.
They can do new IPs. They can innovate with what they've got. They can let their grandparents fucking go to retirement. They don't need to keep milking their grandparents like a goddamn cow.
They didn't make that IP.
It doesn't matter.
Stole it.
It doesn't matter. They can work with new IPs. They don't need to keep replaying the same thing in a different fucking tone every year.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as fucking EA does with Battlefront,
Battlefield, Call of Duty,
Call of Duty,
Activision with Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard now.
The Rudy, what'd you call it?
Rudy Tooty point and shoot it is in Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah.
But in this case, I guess it would be the Rudy Duty point and shooty that includes Call of Duty. All of that. That will just encompass all of them.
Yeah, not Titanfall though. Not Titanfall.
Titanfall was different.
Titanfall was untouched. It actually has
Titanfall is pure, it is untouched, and it is good.
One more thing about that game that I didn't mention when I was talking about it before is that it didn't have loot boxes. It didn't have premium currency. You bought skins for weapons and Titans, and that was it. You had them. Like, you bought exactly what you wanted in packs or individually, and you had it. There's no gambling.
Similar to in Overwatch. I know Overwatch has loot boxes, but if you get credits through those loot boxes, because you can get stuff through the loot boxes, yes. But if you manage to just amass the credits over time naturally, you can just buy the skin.
Yeah.
As long as it's like in in season.
Yeah, you can buy.
But
there's
even
also
then,
like
you
banners
can't buy
and
it
camos
out
and
of
shit.
season, even with credits.
Yeah,
You can't. No, but that's kind of the point of the seasonal skins.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, in Overwatch, as long as you have the credits, because there is a premium currency now for the Overwatch League skins, but that's a whole other fucking
fuck
thing.
that. Yeah,
But
whatever.
if I want to buy Moira's like blue skin, if I have 250 credits just lying around, I can buy it whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Same kind of deal, right?
Yeah, just about. Well, because there's no premium. It's not, again, like I said, there's no premium currency to the game. It's just you buy it,
Right.
and then
It's
can buy-
unlike Warframe where it has is it titanium?
Platinum.
But again, I don't bring up Warframe and talk about trying to diss microtransaction by bringing up the other game that has a good system. You jackass.
Warframe's got.
I'm not dissing Warframe. I'm just saying that's another game that has
A
premium currency, but you don't need
but
it.
You could literally buy everything in that game with premium currency without ever actually buying premium currency because you can trade it with other people. For
Right,
parts
right.
And shit.
Like, hey, I got this really rare part. I'll give you 500. I'll give you 700, and then
Yeah.
That and now Rivens, which is like a horrible addition, but also fantastic at the same time. So it's this. Rivens are in this weird limbo. That's a joke for any Warframe players. Where they're extremely horrible and great at the same time, and yet always horrible for the game, but not also can be great for the game.
so great for the players, but bad for the game.
kind of like
Kind
it
of.
depends on what you get. Like you could literally like get a bad one, never use it, never changes the game. You could get a good one, fucking use it forever,
That just
and
blows the game wide open.
Yeah, but fucking makes it easy as hell. And then you could get one that you could sell for $5. That's really, 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 really good for a really, really, really good weapon, and sell it for fucking millions of fucking platinum.
Damn.
Which is actually happened. I don't think millions, but like hundreds of thousands.
Jesus.
Which is a lot.
Let me just say, 75 platinum, that's $5.
So selling for hundreds of thousands is a lot of actual money.
It's a lot of real world money. That's probably like upwards of like actual
$400 or $500.
Yeah, actual
Damn.
hundreds of fucking dollars.
Hey, this is really good. Too bad. I don't. I have no interest in using the weapon this goes to. Anyone else want it? I'll pay.
Yeah, fucking huge ass number on the screen. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. But again, like it's hilarious because all the market websites are was it third party?
Yeah, they're all third party.
They're all third party.
Yeah, I can't imagine Warframe would want to invest in the infrastructure needed to support a full on fucking trading network between
they don't-
hundreds of thousands of players.
They don't need it because the community loves the game so much that
They
like
do it themselves.
They
That's
do
what,
it
but that's what I'm saying. Like
themselves,
they didn't have to.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Nor and they probably have the funds to it, but they're like, they took care of it.
Now more than they did before, yeah, maybe. But yeah, fucking Warframe does it. Like Warframe's community. That's another thing about games is that the community surrounding the games
Is what keeps it alive.
Yeah, it determines what, and it kind of determines what like they do next with the next game or whatever. Like, fucking Call of Duty people were always asking for, let's try something new and interesting, please. And then they give them something new and interesting. They're like, what the fuck is this? And like, it's what you asked for. Like, no, it isn't. It's like, dickhead. What? Like Call of Duty.
Hey, I want something new. What about this new thing? Get the fuck out of here with that. What is that?
Fuck is that? New shit? It scares me. Get it out of here. Like, what the fuck?
Grog no like
No,
change.
let me just say, as someone who played Call of Duties prior to and the one you're talking about, that fucking change was bad though. They added 3-dimensional movement.
That's not the change that I would have.
No,
The change in which they stopped that, they were like, oh yeah, this is good change, was Black Ops 3. Not 3, 2.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was like universally loved, right?
It was universally loved. Like,
everybody
by-
liked Black Ops 2. I still have my copy of Black Ops 2.
Yeah, and it's fine. It's a great game. I can agree. Black Ops 2 is fucking amazing.
Right.
No idea why they gave shit to fucking well, I can
Black Ops 2 was Treyarch, right?
Yeah,
I believe
Black
all
Ops all Black
Ops are
Treyarch.
Treyarch.
Okay.
That's why they have the Nazi Zombie series.
Modern
That's a
Warfare
Treyarch.
is Modern Warfare Sledgehammer, or is that
I believe Modern Warfare. I don't know if it's Sledgehammer, but it is the other party.
it's the there's 3 parties. One I think Sledgehammer barely gets any fucking attention, but
no, if it made Modern Warfare, it would be one of the 2 big ones.
yeah, no, it's not the one of the 2. It's Treyarch and the other one. I can't remember what the other one is.
It's not Deep Silver. That's fucking.
No, Deep Silver is the Zombie Island game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking. They did a
Biohazard.
Saints Row. No, not Biohazard.
COD developer. Is it? Cause is it the developers behind it? That's
The developers behind all the Call of Duty.
Treyarch or Infinity Ward?
Infinity Ward, that's the other one.
Yeah, because they list Activision, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Nokia for some reason, and Sledgehammer Games.
Nokia did the Call of Duty Nazi Zombies ports to the phones.
Oh.
There were ports for that?
Yeah. They were weird.
For Nokia phones?
For
phones in general.
All phones.
Wait, can I get that?
Yeah,
No.
you can buy... Yeah.
Do you want it? That's not.
You don't want it.
You don't want it.
It's
You
not
get
that
it.
it's not that I want it. I just want to see if it's available on the Play Store.
Yeah.
Should be able.
Back to the thing I was talking about. While you're looking that up, communities to games can determine a lot of what happens to the games themselves and the game community as a whole.
No!
Especially
Wow!
something
Shit!
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies $6.99 on the App Store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was like, why is Nokia listed in the developers thing?
Fucking weird.
That's cool.
But yeah, games communities are fucking they're always I've run into a few that were fantastic. Warframe's community is for anybody who doesn't like toxic players in anything, go play Warframe. If you find a toxic player, you are
unlucky.
Rare.
No. If you find a toxic player in Warframe, go buy some lottery tickets because you apparently find the rarest shit. Because a toxic player in Warframe is few and far between as far as I've seen, because it's hard to be toxic in that game.
It really is.
I can't even conceive of how you could be toxic besides saying oh, you're low level, I hate you, shut up.
Yeah, and that's dumb because mastery rank means nothing. Fucking anybody who says otherwise. Because
excuse you, I have 25 mastery rank. That means something.
that means you either wasted a lot of time or you've been doing this for way too long.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. Because you can mastery rank in Warframe by leveling weapons and frames. You get new shit by getting higher levels and building them and shit. You can rush all of this with plat. So you either paid a whole bunch of money to get a whole bunch of shit to make a number look better, or
you've just been grinding your ass off.
You've just been playing this game for so long that you've actually at 25, which commended fucking salute to you because holy
you're one of the
fuck.
originals. You probably have what is it? God, what's the prime frame
that no one can get?
Excalibur
Prime. Only founders packs. Only founders have that.
Damn.
So only founders have that little smidget of fucking experience that pushes them up sometimes when new shit comes out.
So it's very much like the noir Widowmaker skin.
Yeah.
That skin you can only fucking get, and I'm so mad about it. You can only get that game if you managed to pre-order Overwatch back in 2015.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
When it was barely known about. But if you were one of the people who managed to pre-order it, you have that skin.
Yeah.
That's the only skin, by the way, that's locked away behind pre-ordering the game. Every other skin in the game you can get either by buying it, going in season, going to BlizzCon, or having the Legendary Edition pack.
Right, or watching streams. Or no, those don't come with skins.
No, those were sprays, which I'm also mad about, but I'm not going to talk about this week.
Right.
I'll save that for next week.
Right. But yeah, again, communities Titanfall community was of course had some toxic people because it had some we had some leakage over from Call of Duty, but I think we took care of that. Oh my god. Okay. Playing that game was hilarious because I knew you're not supposed to play it like a camper.
Right.
And watching campers fucking made me laugh because I was like, guess what? I'm gonna find you when I respawn. And fucking every time I did, there was turrets. There were some people I knew the thought process was, if I set up this turret and then defend its backside, because you can only ever sneak up behind them because they killed you so quickly. It was really hard to get in front of them.
If I defend the backside and let the turret take care of the front side, I'm invincible.
Yeah. No.
Of course not.
Because I remember watching people try to do that, and I was like, I'm going to move really fast in this direction, go around you. Okay, hi, bop, bop, turret gone. Both of them. Because I would see groups of people do this, and I was like, what are this? Free kills? Yes, please. Fucking I'd take my G2, which is a carbine type semi-auto fucking thing, and just fucking wall run up to them, just fucking bop, 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 and then fucking just punch their turrets down because you punch one-shot turrets, which was hilarious. Fucking this metal object that has many intricate parts and bullets in it. Fuck it.
I'm the Doom guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so unless you were in a Titan, and there are certain spots you could put turrets in that Titans couldn't really get to.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that required knowledge of the game beyond just being a camper.
Yeah. So like, and you would never like
once you got to that point where you knew that, you wouldn't do it anyway.
You wouldn't do it because you knew it's way better ways of doing that, especially if you're one of the fucking Kraber high-end one-shotters who the Kraber was a sniper rifle. No matter what part of the body you hit, you one-shot somebody.
Damn.
It did 100 damage as a base, which is your whole like health.
Shit.
Yeah. So if you like clip somebody in the foot, they're dead.
God damn, they must have made that.
That must have been annoying as shit.
No, it was but it only had 4 shots. It was very slow, and I think you had to cock it every time you shot it. So
4 shots, period. Like you can get more ammo for it.
You could upgrade it to I think it had like 6, but that just doesn't really matter that much when you can if you're good enough with aim to just hit all your shots.
Right.
So you had 4 shots, a relative, I'd say like a medium to long ass reload, and then a slow fire rate. So you had to hit your shots, but if you hit them, they were dead.
Yeah, I think if you had the accuracy anyway, you don't need the extra shots.
Yeah, you don't need them. So there was that. People who did montages of that were just insane because it was like fucking, because it was like quick scoping, but you didn't even need it. Oh, and the bullets could ricochet at certain angles.
Oh fuck!
So like, there's literally clips of people just like panic firing and getting a kill. So it's hilarious. So it's like, oh no, I shot the floor. Ting.
You've eliminated. Da 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 da.
Yeah, it pops up in the screen. It's like, oh, okay. No, like the kill sound is literally a ting.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's hilarious. I think
just pulls the trigger. Ting.
Bow, ting.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, okay, cool. It's hilarious. It's so satisfying.
It's like I panicked, but I handled it.
Yeah. You gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. You open your mouth. Like you're gonna say something.
I do
Anyway.
that a lot.
Anyway, I think it's about time we should wrap this up.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, we've been
at this for a while.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this episode of the SplatCade podcast. We will see you all next week for the bane of my existence, these fucking sprays.
Oh, yeah.
See you all next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Later.